Here comes the point after attempt. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And here's the handoff. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the single back takes the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. He's got it. Enough for a first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
That's a pretty good job here by the defense, really, on this fourth down. They took away all his intended receivers. He just checks that down as a last-ditch effort. Give credit to the back for picking up that first down.
Heading left after the handoff. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. So it's Mississippi State on top so far. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So off the incompletion, it sets up at third down and 3. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And it's caught outside the 10 and still going. And a huge gain. They finally bring them down at the 11.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
This Auburn offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw it on first down. Swarm for the pass rush. A sack.
Well, they give up a huge pass play, and they come back with a sack on the very next play. This defense was hoping to stop the bleeding, and they do so with that sack.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. Second and very long. pass play to the outside. He's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Well, when you get down into the red zone, one thing we know about quarterbacks in the passing game is the windows are tight. Love to see this offense here picking up some positive yards down in this tight area by getting the ball to a playmaker and letting him do his thing.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
It's 4th and 10. The offense on the field going for it. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. He's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
Refuses to go down. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. They get him down, but that was the kind of explosive chunk play this offense has been looking for. So quickly, with one explosive play, this offense has moved inside the opponent's 40. On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. They bring him down, but a solid gain moves. To the 24 and a first down.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. It is intercepted. Not much of a return, but the hit ends the scoring threat and sets the offense up at the 33.
Well, for defensive backs, man, they salivate for opportunities like this. Some may only get 1 or 2 a year. He's not going to squander this chance.
So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's sacked and be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
That's the 3rd sack now, and we're not even to halftime. The offense is losing. They're getting whipped up front at the line of scrimmage. The offensive coordinator better make some adjustments, or this thing could snowball.
This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. Fires it to the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
I mean, I get trying to get the football to this receiver. He's one of the most talented guys in the country. But with 2 guys bracketing him, I don't know why you would make that throw. Should have been intercepted.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Looking for the wideout. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up the 4th down now.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the punt is away, and it's short, not what they were looking for. He'll call for the fair catch here. before half. Handoff in a single back formation. And the Sox were able to bring him down quickly.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. Again, makes it 2nd and medium. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Has the 1st down and more. That gain moves the ball to the 17. 1st down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And the receiver goes down for a loss. The defense all over that play.
The defense there showed incredible discipline in the backside contained, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. The junior quarterback fortunate to avoid the turnover there. And here comes the noise. This crowd's trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw here. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
Great job here by the defense. 3rd down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force his 4th down. Great job here by the D.
He got it. The field goal's good. And they add to their lead.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Number 13, set to kick this one away.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. Quarterback pre-snap adjustment snap for this defense. Dump off caught by the running back. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
2nd down play coming up. And the quarterback dropping back, going for his running back. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. He's wide open. Look out. They bring him down, but it's a big play all the way to the 43. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. This offense trying to get going has put together a positive drive here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Going for a big play downfield. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. He could go. He's at the 50. Out past the 30. And he steps out of bounds after a great return. What a pick. Sets up the offense in great position.
Wow, what a play by this defense to come up with the interception and a big return. They almost take it to the house, but you got to give the quarterback some credit. Yeah, he threw a pick, but he didn't give up on the play and hang his head. Instead, he makes the tackle to prevent the defense from scoring.
So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Defense bunching at the line, showing blitz. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Oh, he can't hang on. What an opportunity to score there. Instead, incomplete and 3rd down. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And that will extend their lead even further. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. Looking for a fast start here at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Down by a couple of possessions. First play of the 3rd quarter is a handoff.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
No surprise, offense going for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Fires it down the right side. And it's hauled in, catch made way downfield. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
That's why you practice and work on these routes. When you get to a 4th down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that 1st down.
He's past the marker and still going. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39. Well, the offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again. The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down, but instead gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
This is the 6th play on the drive. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Deep shot toward the end zone. The pass is intercepted. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
Man, just a tough way to start this second half for this offense. You know, when you get together at halftime, you make all the adjustments based on what you learned from the first half. And to come out and throw an interception in the second half, they got to adjust again.
And the Mississippi State offense is back out there now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. It's a wide receiver screen. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage.
Well, of all the receivers to lose track of, it's this guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country. Lucky that wasn't the score.
That gain moves the ball out near the 25.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. It's a shotgun run call. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. He's looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
This could be a turning point in this football game. Defense does a good job. It's 3rd down. They got to get after this quarterback, and instead, he pulls it down and picks up big yards for a first down. Kind of feel the momentum flipping here.
Now it's 2nd down here. And the tailback's got it again. Oh, what a move. And the second effort there will earn him the first down.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Now, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. And they come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Mississippi State getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
Chris, that's a classic case of predetermining what to do with the football. You've got this incredibly talented receiver, arguably the best athlete on the field. I get it. You want to get him the football. But throwing into double coverage, that's a no-no and a great way to throw picks.
And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout when they check it out. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. They'll set up at the right hash mark for this chip shot. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. And the lead remains at 13 after the miss.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First down, we're going to throw the football. He's going to take off here. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
First and 10 now for the offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Finds his man. It's Carper. He has first down yardage at the 46. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Looking to pass here on second down. Moves out of the pocket. Oh, and they've got him. A sack on the final play of this third period. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Tries the right with a quick throw. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. And here comes a deep shot. And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs here in the late stages of this game.
Well, down late in this football game by more than a possession, they obviously had to go for this. They just couldn't come up with the execution.
And here comes the Mississippi State offense back out on the field. Tight end makes the grab. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And it's incomplete. Just missed the wide receiver there.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
They move the ball into good position, but now it's third and long. They'll hand it off. Breaks an open space. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And and they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field now. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. Pulls it in. It's Jones. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, as a defense, he'll take that all day. Problem at all, you give up a short little route, you tackle him inbounds, it keeps the clock running. That's a great job by the defense.
Important 2nd down play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Smart heads-up play by this quarterback. Hey, listen, they're trailing. He's got to make some plays, and if nothing's open downfield, use your legs, pick up as many yards as you can, get out of bounds, and get ready for that next play.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. And he'll set up to throw. And caught by the receiver.
Chris, I love what this defense is doing right now, working with a 2-possession lead, essentially telling the offense, hey, we'll give you those underneath throws. We'll allow those short gains, but we're not going to give any shots downfield, and we're going to tackle you inbounds to keep that clock moving.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Trying for a 4th down completion. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the 1st down? Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. This Auburn offense is moving quickly down the field.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the 1st down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Completion makes it 2nd down. Looking to chuck it again. Running back grabs it on the screen. He's found some room at the 45. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory. 1st down now at the 40. Auburn getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. And he drops back in the gun. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
All of this pressure and sacks are starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
This is becoming a long drive. Here's play number 9. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And this pass is on target. Caught. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down. 3rd and short now on the 10th play of this drive. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. And it's caught off the deflection. Tackle tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there. First and goal, handoff. And he's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line. Offense facing second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. It's an out route. The catch made. Will get into the end zone. The 2-point try draws them within 8 points, a one-score game. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Gets off a squib kick. It'll be fielded by one of the up men. And after a very solid kick return, they'll tackle him at the 36. And now the first play of this drive will begin at the 36. QB keeper all the way. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. Leaning on the run game here. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
Well, clearly he'd like to keep the clock running after this play if they're the offense with this small of a lead. It just isn't worth it to risk an incompletion on a third down pass here.
Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Quick throw to his receiver. Catch is made. Room to run here. Here he goes. Finally stopped at the 4. Great catch and run. Well, this is a performance, Kirk, in a big showdown game late in the season. Tough competition to show what you're about. And they've made the clutch plays, and they got to be considered a serious contender going forward now.
Yeah, we've said this really all year. Obviously, it's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. And these guys have been on a mission since day one. And they're going to be a real problem in the next few weeks as we get the playoff off the ground.
Well, it's been a great season. Big things still possible.